Begin with Marcel, who will share about SuccessFactors Foundation.
Yeah, thank you, Phoebe. I would like to talk about the foundation. There were a lot of updates here, I think around about 100 different updates, but I will concentrate on the, in my opinion, most important ones. So first of all, I would like to start with an update that is really nice for us as consultants, but I think also for administrators on customer side. You have now the possibility in the action search to search for English search terms if you're not logged in with the English language. So if you're, for example, logged in with German, you also have the possibility to search with the English search terms. And it really helps because a lot of the documentation in the system is normally in English, and the translation sometimes for other countries is really specific. So it helps the customer, the administrators, and also us as consultants to use the standard wording from SuccessFactors in the system. Yeah, and it's really easy. There is a new permission in the area for action search, which you can activate. So you can also decide which users can use this feature. So in my opinion, it's just for administrators and for consultants to use this feature. I think the normal employee and manager will not need this feature, but for administrators, it's really a big help here. And next slide, please. Yeah, there were also some new features in the configuration transport center. This is just one of the examples, but I will highlight the other features as well with this slide here. So the configuration transport center was introduced in the last releases, and there are really a lot of changes here. So there are now a lot of buttons in the system. For example, as you can see on this screenshot in the Manage Configuration UI, or for example, in the pick list center or integration center, there you can find a button to add this configuration to a transport bundle. And then you can use this directly in the transport center to transport your changes to another system. So this is really great. And as you can see, all the different areas are now getting into this feature, and you have it much easier to transport everything. There are also some new search functionality in the transport center, so you can search for your changes or for some functionality there directly. And there's also another nice feature to promote a transport bundle across multiple tenants. So you have the possibility to create one transport bundle, for example, in your dev environment, and then transport it as well as to the test system and to the production system. And I think this really helps to create something like in the old SAP area where you can transport your changes directly to different systems and you don't have to build everything by hand. So it really makes the process easier to move things from one system to another. Next slide, please. There was also the latest role-based permission tool introduced in the last release. And in the last release, it was introduced, but there were some things missing. For example, the MDF permission were missing. Now with this new release, first of all, the latest role-based permission is the default role-based permission tool in the system, but you still have the possibility to change to the legacy version if you want. In the future, I think with the next release, it will be default and the legacy will be not available anymore. So it's really necessary to make you familiar with this new feature or this new tool. As I said, the MDF permission are now working also in the new tool, so you don't have to switch between the legacy version and the new version to create all the permissions for your employees. There's also a better history view now available for the latest role-based permission tool. And you have a functionality to print the permissions as well as for history and for the current permission. And I think this is really nice if you have, for example, an audit and you need to know the changes in the system for your permissions to see what really changed and what is necessary to hand over. So I think the printing is really nice also for documentation. So if you have to document your permissions outside of the system, you can print them as well and put them into your Teams, for example, and hold it over there. And the next slide, please. Yeah, this is just one example for a fresh design in SuccessFactors. So there were, I don't know how many really. So there were a lot of changes for the UI. So the new Horizon UI was expanded as well. And this is just one example for the org chart. There is a new design. This is for the system and also for the app functionality. And there are other design changes as well in the system to bring all the success factors or all the SAP products to one look and feel. And yeah, to synchronize all the systems. So as you know, each time there are a lot of updates here. And yeah, some of them are automatically on. For others, you have the possibility to switch them on, to switch to this new design. And this Horizon theme is always the new theme through all the SAP products you can see. So it's really nice to see that SAP is looking to bring all them together into one new theme. And as I said, there were a lot of more updates, but I think these are the most important ones for the system at the moment. And yeah, as Phoebe already said, there are some more informations in the article. So if you have any more questions here, please feel free to see over there.
Okay, we have one question in the chat. I keep hearing about SAP Joule. Have you seen anything further about Joule in H1 2024?
Yes, there were a lot of changes with Joule. So the AI is coming more and more. For example, you can now chat with Joule and give her some hints about things you want to do. I know from the time module, for example, you can now track your time in Joule, or you can say, show me my payslip, and then Joule knows how to show you the payslip in the system. So if you have a license for Joule and for the AI functionality, it's also possible to use it even more in the system.
Great, thank you, Marcel.